Good morning. Hi, everybody. I'm a little bit laughing as well because the first thing they will hear is your laughter.
Well, I can't help it. This splash page is so amusing.
Ah, it's cabbage. There is only one thing that I didn't think about. That they will have cyber tattoos. But you said that the younger ones don't really have the tattoos drawn out yet. So,
Yep.
it's fine, he is young. But he already knows the way.
Nice
But,
prepared then.
but yeah, hi everybody, I'm Percy and this is Quill. Behind me, hi, right now, right? Do you see him? No? Just kidding, of course. We are gonna have some decisions. Who are we following? Do we let the Earthbound me follow their way? Or do we go against reaction? Either way, you are gonna make an entire nation angry at you. No matter what your choice is.
And 2 chapters ago, you mentioned some decisions that.
Oh yeah, I forgot to close my window.
Okay.
Like, who's up right near my window?
Yeah, 2 chapters ago, you mentioned that there might be some decisions that Margaret needs to make too. She should have been having radio silence with the commander because she was not supposed to use the technology, but she was also supposed to have occasionally report to him. But since then, she may have learned some new information about him, so that kind of puts what she might decide up in the air.
Yeah, this is on all thoughts. Do we need Dainu to I forgot his name. The Corticosa.
Varaxis?
No. The all-knowing
Ma-
serpent.
Mahira?
I don't think that was his name.
The Great Sage?
Yeah.
Mesocephalar.
Matt, okay. Do we lead Dainu to Matt because she is going she wants to go there? For the team, which one do we go with? Do we leave them alone or do we go against Versus? For Margaret, do I report this or do I go against Versus once again? And for
Yeah.
Versus, what do I do with them?
Remember, the whole team came to this time period initially to get the Ice Blue Lily.
Yeah?
But they secured the objective, so it's been side quests ever since. Unless they lose that flower in the interim. The objective, according to Varaxis, was to come here to try to convince the Earthbound to join up with specifically him, not necessarily all those above. But then when they came there, they said, no, we still refused, but we're going to explain to you why.
It's funny if you say that they have made side questions. For me, as a gamer, it sounds like getting a flower sounds like a side quest, and then doing this whole thing is more likely a main quest.
It does sound like it, doesn't it? But they came there for the flower initially, so that was the primary reason they came. And then they gained new objectives ever since then.
You know how I can compare it to this? This was a side
What's
quest that they could deny. They didn't have to come with Naruto and the doctor to get the flowers. They could have stayed there in Ponyville with Mission. So I assume this is a side quest by that remark. But then they went to a spot where little cinematic has started playing and they have been teleported to a new area where they can go back. activating the main story.
Yeah. You know, once Stormwing saw ponies in trouble, she just has to help.
I mean, they can't really just say that. Okay, yeah, but we are going home, bye. I mean, they can, but I'm pretty sure we actually wouldn't let them.
If they did that, I think even Trouble would be surprised. Like, blink, that was random.
Yeah? Nah, even Trouble wouldn't let them leave. Because having them around makes a lot of chaos.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's see who is making the decisions and why.
And what they decide.
They decide. I mean, we might not even know what they decide. We might have been talking to questions and not having answers yet. This is right after nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
So let's find something in the right afternoon. Sure, we will see where this goes. Somebody's yawning as the thing have to wake up from the wind in addition to the brighter conditions around them. Turning to, he peers back to the cloud bag he is in, then turns about. So his stomach and legs are facing the bottom. By then, something already standing and touching pretty much every part of her. Her neck is straight, her tail is straight, her wings isolate so much that it immediately offers for the wind, they cause a shade from the sun. So, what do you think of the cloud sleeping bag? And the wind asks, currently. What's neat, huh? It's made out of my cloud. What is it called? Cloud mantle? Mist mantle? What was it called? The one he uses to fly?
Oh, Mist Cloak?
Mist cloak, yeah. But I don't know why mantle came to mind. I mean, it is a mantle without the cloak part. I mean, without the hood part. Oh, does it have a hood?
Yes, it does. It needs it, actually, to help secure the upper part of the cloak.
So it is a mantle. Okay, it's the same thing.
It's a hood with a hole in it where he sticks his horn through, which also helps to secure it, but it's kind of like a grip.
Yeah?
And remember, the other four corners are stretched very tight, so it's pretty flat but by the time he fully sets it up.
Yeah. What it is, huh? And the finish touching after leaning heavily forward, then back, so it up straight, and then got her small blue friend in confusion as she asked, what are you talking about? We stepped on clouds before. But not in clouds.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I made this time. Yeah, it's like if you made a bed and there's someone who slept in. How was the bed? Oh, I have slept in bed before. And the bed fell me a little. I didn't use to tell me my mother. He pulled his forward. I see because he asked his word. Then decides to amend. Control isn't the right word. I would say influence is more apt. I speak to the air, and it listens to me. He looks around as he goes on to say, but my influence was taking load over the wind. Now I am an influencer. It was after shortly after I dropped out of the Wonderbolt Academy, when I realized I could influence all the rest of the weather too. He passed the cloud back he knows, which includes the creation of these. And we are having our first interconnection multiverse as well. Wait, Assuming this character is from Marvel, not from DC.
Just remember, they were done with that paragraph.
I mean, yeah, I bet they are quite similar. It's better.
Oh yeah. In fact, he's actually more similar to her than Aang the Avatar. He really was just influencing the wind, and he was able to eventually bend the other elements. But that character bends the entire weather system,
Yeah, Aang was
creating
literally
winds, lightning, thunder.
mending.
Mm. I forgot her real name, but her code name was Storm.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think I ever know her real name. I just know her song. Let's accept Anchor again. No, goes on Star's name. She goes her friend Annette. It came in movie while you were camping out in nature, right? I think some of your wind messages you sent me all into that. No, having able to control weather is not helpful in nature at all.
I was surprised. It turned out to be useless!
I admit, I eventually got a little creative with my implant. And I said with a slight shine brush. And then looked at the
Camera?
not just camera and what is it called, the cloud magnet that he made, having little unicorns on it. But running away from the rest of society for so long, they increase adaptability. I mean, yeah and no. I would say it's the other way around. When you are in society, you have to be more adaptability for the others.
What would you say? Self-sufficiency?
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's fine for you. That has been this massive flake of a large brown ring. But I, because it needs my deep tissue sports massage. I mean, yeah. She reports her ring. And I can only get that by remaining closer to normal society. No. You can have small societies when they have very good massages. Have you ever tried to ask one of the Thai people if they know how to do a spot massage or any kind of massage? I am pretty sure the answer would be probably yes, or I can try. That makes sense, and agrees with the accepting note by getting opposite friend. With this angle and the brightness of the sun behind her mane, and the squinting a bit. Also, you literally started with these boys don't even know personal space. Right?
Oh yeah, the tribe doesn't.
That's why they would definitely start massaging each other. I can see that happening.
Well, if they know those techniques, then sure. And especially after it was requested.
Yeah. That's why you have to ask first. I fully adjusted to doing that yet. You actually did work in a professional sport. Even the practice for such a game probably caused a little muscle tension. So the sports massage probably helped to clear what ails you. I'm pretty sure that the thunder is more accustomed to candle fire. At least in either.
candlelight compared to what? What's the other half of that?
To the normal sun.
Okay. Ah, I see what you mean. Yeah, you're right.
I am the same, actually. Even this is very bright for me. And this is literally the lowest setting.
Well, I think Stern spent a lot of time outdoors. As far as Featherwind's concerned, the largest time he's been outdoors is during that 8-month sabbatical.
Yeah, but we don't know if he was only outside in nature or did he have a hobbit hole.
Okay. Yeah, I think he pretty much like slept usually in clouds, cloud bags, cloud tents, or sometimes tree branches, and he lightens himself enough so it doesn't break the branch.
Yeah? I mean, he already is alive.
Oh yeah.
He. Wait, no, he's not a Pegasus. He is a unicorn, but still much lighter than any other. I would say probably even other unicorns. And even other parasite. I mean.
If he drank alcohol, do you think he'd be a lightweight?
I pretty much am. When it comes to alcohol. But I only drink once. And that's more than enough.
Well, that would be probably why.
Because I know when to stop. Aha! You know what has happened back then? That as she aimed her left side, and the fellow actually for a second, and leaned her hand down at him. To put even more emphasis on the word, ass.
Look at the last sentence where, you know what else? She leaned her eye heavily forward on that.
I have one picture that is literally what she's doing. As
Yeah, she's also leaning over him though, because she's standing over him.
I mean, she always over her,
Yeah,
over him.
usually.
Yes, I imagine the scenario when he isn't, but that didn't happen yet. She just said no, and points to a mouse, as she said instantly. Who drew the mouse? No. I'm starving. Well, I can do some breakfast then.
Hold on, did you on that last sentence? Did you say instantly or insistently?
Instantly.
Instantly.
That's what you said here, instantly.
Yeah, it is what it says, but I thought maybe you said the other word. Okay. Like insistently.
Yeah, I think that's more apt here.
Yeah, instantly or insistently. Yeah, that's actually pretty close spelling, I think.
I mean, it's funny the yes, but meaning the no.
Alright, let's proceed.
You know what's instant? This. This is instant.
You just snap your fingers, go poof, done. See, I told you.
I mean,
it was quick.
suddenly no. It needs time. But let's just use some breakfast then. Another time as she stands up. As well. What's going to admit as he looks up at his friend. I'm pretty sure the time down below will have some food to offer. And if you are able to eat it, that's a different question. If you don't, I think we have some still in our saddlebags. Remember, they know the way. They might actually eat meat. Pork legs or anything like that. Fighting for food on a team that is difficult in this area of the world and time either. The field actually straightforward. Now, remember, we are in the past. What if, yeah, foraging doesn't seem difficult right now, but what if you take a little bit too much, and in the future there is gonna be a wasteland there because you took the food. It's a butterfly effect. Tell me why, mister.
Just because of that saying, I'm imagining some time travelers going to the past and then freak out like, oh my god, it's a butterfly over there! It might flap!
What do me something to try it? I'm missing and learning under the ice ring for a while now. I kind of like to put it into practice. Ah, so Stan literally said us, I don't dare to try the TARDIS food. I would rather go for a drink. Well, the rest of our friends are now there in the village right now. And I remind his friend. Before we take off, we should probably check with what their plans are first. They're not in agreement. I should respect down as a friend. Let's head. Good idea. Keep it to yourself. Something is so rude, and even my hunger right now, he made something that is more or less obvious for the wind. That is, when he landed in the village, the time is about with the excitement, activity, and for some reason, they are running the most of them with excellent curiosity. Remember, you were literally sleeping in the clouds. Do they have tech parasite right now?
Yes, they do. In fewer unicorns, but it's not none. One of them is the tribe elders.
Yeah? There are multiple reasons for that. Some of them is likely a dream. Ooh, what's that? I suddenly asked some of the young force, and they shaped the reach and that's why the wind missed through, almost after it landed. It's soft and squishy, yes, also solid. I'm not gonna say anything.
It's probably not what they're thinking.
And not what I'm thinking. Not what everyone else is thinking. Also, it's soft and squishy and also solid. For a moment,
You're probably gonna laugh at the rest of that paragraph too. Go ahead.
you're pulling his skin off close after his mother. That's this. Then his eyes light up in the light, and I bought the rest of his friend. It's moist too! Not obvious innuendo, right? What? Remember, you said what they touched.
Yep.
If you literally didn't say this, just say, oh, what's that? It's so fishy and solid, and moist too, without saying what they are touching. Then it would be an innuendo.
Oh yeah. It would be badly out of context.
And now it's hardened. That's not I mean, even the mist talk hardens up when you take it out, right?
You said it's harder if you stretch it out?
Yeah.
I would say yes.
I mean like this,
Likewise the opposite. When it's not stretched out, it's at its fluffiest.
I meant this.
Something like that, yeah.
I mean, this was how it's looking like to begin with.
Yeah, I got the idea by looking at some kites and a flying squirrel.
So I thought intently it was an amusing laughter for me for one. My parents musing, oh, so many texture in the window the four just mentioned, that they went way over the head. But then, her expression suddenly becomes serious, as she notices a small blue friend's uncomfortable reaction to all of the sudden and focused attention. Remember, he is very shy, and very not an extrovert. Also, no matter what we think, we will never find out how many texture in the nose went over every children's head within classrooms. As a result, my expression instead suddenly becomes firm, and she pans her wings dramatically and commands suddenly. Alright boys, get back, all of you. You are counting him and making him nervous. Ah. There you go.
I haven't seen that picture before. Thanks for that.
Me neither, by the way. Luckily, she doesn't know Cancel's voice. I mean, she knows it, but she can't use it. Huh? Counting? That's another innuendo right there. As you confused, yellow pegasus map with the mock green main. Also, this is also my answer on the parasite.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? It means you are being ruled by heading so close to him. That implies I see an eyebrow on the fall. Well, he is currently debating whether the fall confusion over the word is really serious. Yes, it is. We'll get away from them, but I would like to see money away, somewhat, and hope so. Walking your magic envelopes his toes. It is the least sensitive part of his body. He uses the magic to briefly assist his job. Get the bloody unceremonied back. Then looks back at the cloud of force around them. Using magic to lift the hood of his sword forward, then over his horn. Just rest at his neck. And now I have two images already.
And now for a taste of things to come.
And now Phenomenon can feel like this. He is the last Quill.
Oh, that's where that's from. I was also guessing they could have been from books Dragonlance, but you're right.
I mean, another thing that came to mind when the Transformers, not the Transformers, the Power Rangers combined. I'm not gonna pull that up, because that's harder to find.
You were done with that paragraph. Yeah.
This is my missing girl, Miss Luke. He explains to the boys around them as well as he can. I made it myself to help me fly. But the crowd of boys around them guessing the light. They are up with too many questions more than it was for either fellow or staff to understand them. More like riding with tide. So it's correct as she passes the routine to a friend on her back. Details. Details. And I replied with a casual shrug. Nyeh. But it had a similar amusement too. Taking on the bit, I got on the phone with a new serious again. He decided that instead of answering the little array of questions, he would listen them by asking one of her own. Okay. Hey! I kill you! you know the reference, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, silence. He stands right down. As she spread her wings, there was a again. The moment I remote her with the silence and repetition. Feeling satisfied, she removed her wings and said, "We can get the rest of your questions later. For now, I would like a bite and to eat, and I can read with the rest of my friends. Do any of you know where they are?" Yes, they are the two. Most fellow and so surprised. They operated at 2 cents immediately. Actually, all of them were not even remotely uncertain where the rest of their friends presently are. I mean, they could be in different tents. For their son, look at that Louis over there. That had earthly phone announcing, but she's busy. He then notes to where the other phones are pointing. The rest is over there. Yeah, they are not all certain. They know where they are, but they are in different locations.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling you tempted to ask this force what was going on with the time this morning, but he ended up too shy to ask. He never ended to shy appear. The attention also caused him in a moment to ask. Oh yeah, I know that feeling too much. When you have something to get into conversation, but by the time you get the courage to say what you wanted to say, they are on a different topic entirely.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who can relate to that.
Then we will meet with the rest of our friends to decide. If they get too busy, we will assemble for the yet what's going on. So we pushes aside the curtain, leading over each side of the tent at the opposite time. So they end up joining her, because she is still on her back. From within, you can see the upper hooves, Margaret Russell, and Dr. Kelly Sandler. There you are! The biggest is with the light. The son and father enter the tent. I was about to get you out looking for you. I probably would have found you too faster with my instrument if I wasn't allowed to use them. He definitely thought about that. But I said, until mentally.
Which confirms your theory, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Morgan is little like a little kid who was taken away in the Nintendo.
You know what? I heard cases in modern society where you take away a child's cell phone and they really throw a tantrum for that.
Yeah. Imagine Morgan was a little bit younger. Then she would do the same. That's not my for the moment, the carrier argued. We are in the middle of the village of the Earthbound, and I think they made themselves clear that certain things are taboo to them. Let not be rude, yes. Did they? I'm not sure they made themselves clear that things that can move. They don't want to make. I could have found them, not be shot, until instantly. I didn't have a mirror in my time, so I practically finding one on the opponent and narrowing the others. Remember, I'm not narrowing to their homes, they just say on the letters in your sense to the happy homes, to Pinkie Pie. Not even saying which city they are in, and I even have to find them when they are on vacation.
Yep.
One time I even learned about a whole piano. I know I dropped it, but I still learned about it. I glued it together and then learned about it onto the right pony.
Besides it dropping from the like bombs in the sky, having furniture delivered by air is kind of a neat idea because you might get there pretty quick if it arrives intact.
I mean,
Those movers you can just skip over all obstacles in the terrain on the ground level.
I mean, that's why we have force on my air as well.
And come to think of it, that is the highest amount of weight I've ever seen the Pegasus lift in the sky. By wagon, anyway. Was all those things combined in that one thing.
And here comes the theory of every parasite is capable of making themselves lighter, but not only themselves, but the things they are touching as well.
So maybe they just need to touch a tail to a building and then start flying off with it.
One picture came to mind immediately.
If they had Trixie's wagon, they could be in the sky with it.
Can I find it?
That is a question.
No. I really love him. No, I won't find it. I'm gonna make up a picture that shows what I was searching for. Remember about the butterflies, right? That it took so shy away.
Fluffle is so cute and funny.
What's going on around here? I see all some surveys back. If the floor setting down to the ground, let us get down, he let his body. Wait, to that old feather during his fall. Now, here's the question. Which is heavier? A kilogram of feather wind or a kilogram of feather? The asteroid, a kilogram of feather wind because he can light on himself.
Yeah. You know, if you think about it, what he could do to himself is similar to what other Pegasi can do to other objects they touch.
Yeah? Oh, that's right. You two don't know yet. I said in the total organization. Where were you to run away? And I looked confused as he asked Margaret. You didn't get my wind message? I did. Don't be short as she ended the hoof. So did I. So the cat agreed. Oh, Margaret looked at me. So that was your voice in the wind. I thought that was just my imagination. You know, I used to hear voices in my head all the time, so I looked them out.
Well, a lot of people accuse the wind of all kinds of stuff. Like, it must be the wind. And if
Yeah.
feathers around, it might actually be true.
I explained that I could do the wind towards weather. Never mind. I think I even proved it to you a few times. Excuse me. We are going back
What?
to the theory that Margaret is not human. I mean, obviously not human. That a pony, but an android, might have been. She is still. Margaret is literally a pony, but she has a copy of her. That is what I see here. That this is not Margaret. Because then she would know. Or she has a severe brain injury and she forgets things very easily.
She could be a little bit ditzy too, but she's also a scientist.
No, that's mistaken. There can be only one discipline in this group. Right, sorry. Like I said, as she goes to her eyes, I'm like a hoof to her forehead, and she turned. I'm just kind of brain right now. Welcome to the job then! Nothing to again. I'm like that literally all the time. Well, anyway, speaking of Dr. Kelly, after she momentarily faked tears her told, she's now for attention. The difference is that I literally have to clear my throat all the time. And I hate it. You remember as a wind, as she answered. To answer your question, the time in the morning with activity because they are preparing for a special ceremony tonight. And the reason they understand, among us, is because they are currently giving her separate tools in preparation for the ceremony. Ah! So they knew it's gonna be the one that they sacrifice. And then there's gonna be an actual amulet that they are using. Oh wow! Looks in the back, but not completely. So she really plans to go to win this, to enjoy the time, so that they will trust her enough. Take her to see this quarter culture. A quarter culture. You mean she was serious about it at first? But as I looked down and a small movement in surprise. I mean, no. Police usually don't know what irony is. So they don't ask.
Would you say that's true with the pony that's named Irony?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I said usually. And her name is not Irony because she's ironic, but because her main color was like irony color.
So yeah, what do you think that pony's named Irony's cutie mark is?
Probably an iron ingot.
Right.
And she is a blacksmith. Apparently, another planet have overturned the light show. What's it? What now? Ah, that's no, it's not karate. It's karate. And this. There you go. It's karate.
Could you enlarge that?
I mean, it's just a keyboard. Let me zoom into
So-
the karate. There you go.
So it's a standard design. I
Yeah.
think I have seen keyboards in other patterns and other languages.
And in my language, the Y and the Z are mixed on the other side. They are entirely the other way around.
Huh. You'd have to train yourself all over again for those two keys then.
I mean, yeah, but it's fine. I cannot type without looking, so that's more like a problem for the ones who are not looking at the hand.
Correct. Yeah. That's actually the first time I learned to type was like search and type. Where's the A? It's over here. Okay. Where's the T? It's over here. And basically using my pointing finger for all the keys.
My mother on the other side can literally type by not looking.
Neat. I haven't quite mastered that with the numbers or the symbols that's attached to those numbers at the top of the keyboard. But for the basic letters, yes, I've got the down pretty pat.
I mean, as a gamer, I don't need to know all the letters. I need to know where W, E, S, E is, and that's all I need to know.
I actually took a class for that in high school. I gotta say, it's one of the rare few classes that had ongoing value. Things I just kept on using, so it really justified that class.
I mean, for you, it's more useful because you are typing out all the things.
Oh yeah, whole novels. But when I first practiced, it was an actual typewriter. You couldn't take back a keystroke.
You kind of could. Depending on what letters you use. You could write over an A and write a B over it, but other way around, no. So if it's a smaller letter, you can write over it like an O and P. You can kind of fix.
There was a time the typewriter was state of the art too.
Yeah.
Then and before that, you would have to handwrite everything.
And now because people who still prefer a typewriter. Is it a name or an individual or an entire species? Second, it's an entire species. Better Coastal, another translated for charity. Or Coastal, for short. I have never seen that for shortened like that.
I did in D&D.
And then the name of a species. A rare species, for human. You can live so far from. Halfway up to the level of a chest, as she announced. For what? This information? I am lucky. You know what I hope for again. I mean, obviously because the classical is not showing himself to the Magi only for the Earthbound.
Isn't that interesting that Featherwind, Dr. Kelly, and the Doctor are all scholars, but sometimes each of them have information the other lacks because they studied different things across that time.
Yeah.
Even if she's from the future, it could be for reasons like certain information got lost in time. Therefore, she didn't have the chance to study it.
And even the history is very different for each of them.
Yeah, whole societies could have lost the knowledge, not just the individual.
Yeah? And this is something I haven't heard yet about my kind, or this information that gets lost through time. So the Magi have no record of that anymore at all, or they never had. Really.
Mm.
I'm kind of leaning on the letter here, too, since I kissed her in the hobby of mine, and I've been doing that for centuries. I forget that Candy is very old.
Hmm. Well, her species has technology that could help regress ages without affecting the mind.
I mean, they are very close to any cause in that thing. With the long lifty.
Well, in the case of alicorns, they either age very slowly or age at a certain point is downright and completely arrested. Whereas the Magi do age, but they have the ability to rewind it.
I have one reason to say that they don't stop aging. It's because most Lunar and Celestial went take your rest from being a princess. It's time to step down.
I don't think that has anything to do with the physicality. I feel like that has to do with their emotions and mental status. And they've been at this for such a long time, especially Celestia. So yeah, they kind of do need a break.
But we suddenly feel like a little shy. And it is the attention all of us his friends after the focus on him. But he follows that reaction now, since he knows in need of some information on this subject. But unfortunately, records like that are not so lost in my time yet. And I've been announcing. Professor Grotal or Grotal, he adds with empathy not to the people, in particular, that can own this pantheon. He said to be a powerful, mystical, and magnetic legendary creature with a godlike magic. So, we can say the same thing about Trouble.
Our Discord.
He's Trouble as well.
Oh yeah.
This is an excellent being, probably not unlike Princess Celestia. He added a glance up at the wing. He resumed telling about them all, as he resumed his lecture. It is confirmed whether or not this creature exists in my time, but there are statues carving of this creature in some ancient cultures. Of note, they seem particularly prevalent in any culture in which the king has a strong influence. I mean, it matters that the king have no influence on the lyric.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that makes sense in surprise, but also some recognition. You mean those horned creatures are actually nuts with? Also, there is no reason to shorten something if you say the whole thing as well. Right? But I'm not absorb him as compared. The same, although in my time, the king seem more talkative and sentient. It's only Feather's time last year in the moon.
Feather's time is a century before the start of the show.
So this is in non-canon theory. Because the
Well, we've
king started talking later on. And
Read on the paragraph.
besides, at this very least, the creature was evolved enough to have some form of writing. If so, it should be noted though that sightings of the can are rare in my time. So what is home? Was the general purpose of my question again? In my time, as well as surveys, haven't ever heard of a can. Yeah, this is when they said that we are not talking anymore. Of those who do, they will most likely be members of either highly educated scholars or social elite. Or the ones who actually met with them.
No, the ones who are educated enough to have heard of them at least.
No,
That's
I
what he's
mean
talking about.
the ones who met with them heard of them as well.
Okay.
And you are both the Picards. Correct! And again with now total. There isn't any sightings of this creature in your time, or as for the correctly, not even rumors of such sightings. Oh, that! And I use more than a specific wave or small blue. Rumors amount with pretty much any subject, and they are true or not is up for debate. From my perspective, I have to be announcing what we have from my corridor, and what I happen to came across. Based on those records, can you tell us anything else about these creatures? Okay, yes. The corridor, I mean. Yeah, it's a good thing you clarified. Because he was talking about
Kieran too.
the can. He clarified. According to a record and pictures of them, they are very tall, somewhat like me, but with colorful wings. They are highly intelligent, beyond the caliber of mortal kids, and probably are also telepathic. It may suggested that they can change their forms too, and that includes the ability to become incorporeal. Because of that, it was speculated that if any of these creatures actually existed, and were part of some ancient culture's wide imagination, then the creatures are mostly medical spirits, not unlike network mechanicals. Some even believe that Quetzalcoatl also have similar demanding powers. I don't think they do. But they can let you believe them. Oh sweet Celestia! Something goes. Not another of those creatures!
That's exactly right.
Wait. I had lower now. When I said that, I didn't mean that, by the way. Something cold goes right as I'm so for me know. Wait, let rewind a little bit. What did I say? What did I do? I am starving. Not another one of those creatures. One by one, the same thing. She bent her eyes and then turned her hoof to the floor. We have trouble enough as it is. Yeah, the difference is that they don't like to interfere, unlike the Chronicles. Hello, you're starving, calmly as she assured. Actually, son, if it's true, you might like this one. It's also said that critical souls are highly malevolent creatures. They are more likely to push for harmony, rather than aggressive. Oh, Helly! I mean, This can be in multiple souls.
Oh, read the next sentence to find out how she said that.
I said, acting surprised and delight. I acted irony. But it doesn't sound so bad then. She applied the hoof to the bottom of her chin, traveling thoughtfully. In fact, if you're right, and I hope this is true, because that means there's balancing force out there to keep beings like the Chronicles in check. No, the balancing force in the Chronicles. There's way too much harmony, there needs to be some chaos. Because otherwise war happens and the like society happens as well. He turns to roof, the floor. Call me crazy, but I don't like the fact that there's something out there that can stop a single board to characters from saying, you know what? I'm bored now. So we lift her left wing and makes a stepping motion with 2 feathers. I believe that is impossible.
Yeah, cartoon.
Somehow she's the type of produces a stepping sound from it. Are you sure you are after the correct as well? It's time to turn the whole world into a cupcake today. Cupcake! Love me. They can really someone the fan. She has them. I'm not alone in this, right? I know the rest of you confronted by the idea that there are other beings out there. It's anything like, nope, it ain't happening, and use their own power to successfully thwart such an outrageous attempt. Yes, we like counterspell. And in every game, there needs to be at least one person who knows it. Let's see everything.
Hello there.
So Snape is the correct control in this scenario, right? It's so funny how much you notice after you go back to the after knowing what is actually happening. That be on the back of the neck, especially with a slightly shy blush. Yes, there, if there's such thing a being down there that can keep the characters in check like that, then that might just be the only reason the rest of us aren't acting like now. You don't want a gay hoof by to fall in love. Silly whimsy like that could have gotten the rest of us scared. Even if being couldn't, especially if internet knows his own. Nah, I would believe that most Discord and Tumblr would not let you die. Yes, they would most toy with you. Yes, they would have fun, which is chaotic. But they wouldn't kill anybody, I assume. You know what? If there is no creatures left, then there is no chaos either. So the police will have to stay alive.
Yeah, probably could be more boring to them.
And one other, or two others, would say the same. Discord and Quantum Quarter, right? Yeah, I had it.
No, you did not read that paragraph above.
Wait, I didn't?
No, you did.
Ah. That meeting when the entire world actually supplies and turned into something as silly as shipping storm. I don't think that would happen. But we can't explain it carefully. It might sound fun to the meaning in question for a moment, but it's so realizing the consequences that would have upon the rest of us. So I think it's true. You know what? It would happen, but also it would make it into a breathable pixel.
There you go.
There must be something out there that keeps the world from suffering overwhelming consequences like that. The group is quiet for what? Until broken by fellow wind. Well, anyway, another thing I can say about the portal, which is an ancient tablet, is what seems to be the primary mission, and that is pushing for the evolution of other species into higher states. And it allows it. If this part was not there, I would have said that they are the Daleks. Because they are pushing for evolution of their own species.
Well, if you exterminate everything else, then naturally you are the most evolved species left.
Yes, but they will still try for more evolution. I feel like they never be like, yeah, we reached the prime.
Apparently, too, it's also pretty common for Daleks to make experiments.
Yeah. I mean, yes, we have to just point out the human Dalek.
Well, there's plenty of times before that they did something similarly crazy.
I mean, they start out humanoids to begin with. Remember the dolls in the first episodes? They were one,
I think even if it's true, a typical Dalek would find that prospect insulting.
yeah, they would. What we know is it what happened. It's canon. What's it supposed to mean? Not exactly. I mean, just like some people think that, you evolved from a monkey, being derogatory. I'm pretty sure that anything like that as well. It doesn't seem right to leave a term like evolution to remain ambiguous. After all, a term like that often used by those who wish to excuse something as heinous as genocide. Probably we are talking about the Daleks, right?
Right.
Also, let me remind you that this is something I am not gonna talk about or say, but I have things to say about that.
Do you want reprint that in chat as a reminder to talk about it later?
No, I may have a moment.
Okay.
But I looked at my son, as he said. To tell you the truth, I do not know for sure. But the consequences are said to be highly wide and compassionate beings. So the perception of evolution likely isn't anywhere near that dark. Let's imagine the best case scenario. Is that because of their aims are more likely to be in line with that. Well, that makes sense. I suppose I can let that issue rest. And then, if they are really aiming towards every opponent's highest good. I mean, the weirdest thing I can imagine that I can literally show about this evolution thingy is this. And you will know what I mean. Remember why he was sent back? For the evolution of the Great Dragon. I mean, it depends on which episode it is. Which movie it is. But I'm not sure if it's something I personally wish to be involved in. I much prefer to be in charge of my own destiny. You never will be, ha! So I show that I'm generally willing to accept the consequences, if any thereof. I wouldn't want any other being meddling with me, no matter how kind they think they are. I want to be the meddler. There's another pause among the group, but this time it is broken by Dr. Kelly, and she makes clear her total up. Because it is me, it doesn't leave us an important decision among us. There we go. We're almost half, wait. Almost by the, oh no, there's still a lot more. But we are a lot further away. When we get to the decision part. What decision? So we check with Dr. Kelly cautiously. It's been heavily implied that time is interesting, and it's open to the idea of the rest of us joining the time with tonight's ceremony. Dr. Kelly announces. If any of you chooses to attend, then there are a few things you should know first. He has shown out of the items of the time they are in. Step 1, the informing them of your intention, obviously. After that, they have to accept. Step 2, at least in our part, is fasting till after the ceremony. After that, there shall be grand feast. Just shut us up as she is. Fasting, huh? Mama, I'm already hungry. I mean, you don't start fasting on an empty stomach. You start fasting after eating. I think that's how they do it, right?
Usually, if you're gonna be on the fasting, you might as well say that the last time she ate was the real time you started the fasting.
Yeah. I mean, in my religion, there is no fasting.
Okay.
But I know there are multiple. Yeah, almost every other religion has fasting in there. He listens to a staff in the hole. As you can see, I am still very large and growing more. So I need my eat on occasion. For some reason I almost said I need my oat on occasion. And that will work as well.
Yep.
You can shake hands, sadly, as I allowed him. What's the only matter if you accept the invitation to partake in the ceremony? But if you do, there's something else you need to know. It's a truth, right? I'm guessing. Somebody is said that thing would be temporary. So I don't see that as a problem. It depends on what the temporary tattoo is made of. If it's still ink that is put on the skin, you will still have to go to the tattooing pain. Or even just painting over. I said it earlier, to carry in mind. And yes, that is another step in the process. But it was occurred after that, which has me concerned. Oh? So asking a bit of alarm. You shared and forgotten that Darren had already decided to move forward with this process. What else is involved? Nothing really, it's just the sacrifice you have to do. Just for the ceremony takes place, which seems to be some kind of interesting dance, for what was explained to us earlier. But the other side, man, which must include the new participants who wish to join them, shall ingest a substance, which shall induce a hallucination. Wow, that's gonna be a hard word to say.
Hallucinogenic.
Hallucinogenic. I'm not even gonna try. I always have trouble with that. Hallucinogenic.
I think you've never gotten it quite right yet, but I think some of your attempts were close.
Yeah, the problem is my throat with that one.
Okay.
I know what hallucination is, but how do I say it without that word? And another word for it I know that I used before.
Well, you heard the word hallucinate, right?
Yeah?
Yeah, that word right there derives from that other word.
Psychodelic. That's what I was searching for. That's what I use most of the time because I always had a problem with this one.
What was the word again?
Psychodelic.
Psychedelic, okay.
Oh! So I replied with a spook expression. What's the problem? It's just a mushroom. You like mushroom, don't you? Well, I for one am not surprised to hear them. They're announcing. But I've heard that such things also are part of indigenous tribal practices. Such traditions often go way back for them. he said. They had enough that this time would offer anything that they would consider dangerous. Something like this is mostly taking the right of passage for them, which means they have been taking such substances for a long time now. It's a long time to prove, but the offering is most likely safe. I mean, there is one thing that comes to mind. Do we have a picture of them? No. There you go.
Yeah.
I imagine something like that.
Tribe like this, yeah.
You didn't say mushroom. I assume it's gonna be something like this. The kind note, as she said, I agree, but there are other factors to consider here, even if their intentions are benign. And in this case, they most likely are. Also, remember, you are not from this time period. Your defensive system are very different than that. So, what is not harmful for them might be harmful for you. Like what? Something excursionally, as explained to Malai and Dr. Kelly. I may have no doubt that such substances may have an intended effect, Dr. Kelly informs. There are plenty of records stating that certain substances often induce altered state of consciousness, and in this case, it is most likely their intent. He observed. However, there are other factors to consider, like the side effects. There might be some meditation before, during, and after the ceremony. 2. Don't forget, I haven't thought of that. The cat is almost a lifted hoof, and I'm taking the lollipop out of her coat pocket, even though the technology is relying on the technology a bit. Yeah, because it's not a lollipop, it's a fake lollipop. She decided the lollipop, as she said. Another thing to consider is if any of you have any reaction to the log, what I said as well. In worst case scenario, it could be lethal if untreated. And if the doctor is has injected the same drug, they will not be able to treat you either. A million substance doesn't have a particular hostile effect for most bodies. Doesn't mean you may have the same reaction. You are connected to your profession, Doctor. But I've been said with emphasis to Kelly. It's just like you widely realize chemical substances can have alternate side effects like that. We can note a professional agreement as far as win, in order to result. The last issue that concerns me is if anything else tries to take advantage of us in our moment of weakness. He knows. That's precisely the possibility of such a thing. What would happen by the time then? The chances of that are definitely remote, but they are not the only forces in this world, and time, which could be a concern. Oh yeah, let me guess in addition. What about the chaos being attacked during the ceremony? That would be one way in the process time for us. I mean, yeah. Again, the cat replied, and the sound of the lollipop switched side in her mouth, which is why I have a formal announcement. Discuss among their present friends. I shall not, under any circumstances, willingly take any success that shall impair my judgment. As such, I shall abstain from that offer. He looks over again. And her refusing makes a lot of sense. Because also she in the Magellan, remember.
Yep.
But for the same reason, it is safer for the rest of you to participate if you wish. You want to move again. Behold, I shall remain safely, and the sunlight and more to the rest of you. And, if indeed an emergency comes up, it is within my power to detoxify the rest of you from the inability from the storm during such a moment of crisis. Keep in mind, however, I must have to use some of my technology to execute that plan with precision. I mean, yeah, but that is emergency situation. Other side,
Not just medical, but an emergency situation.
yeah,
Because first she's talking about an allergic reaction. You'll die if I don't treat you, okay? But then the other thing is, you have impaired in judgment during a potential moment where the chaos beast would attack. That's a different kind of emergency.
indeed.
Yeah.
Other side, that I said, under the circumstances, the time, I just mind. She said, I can say that for absolute certainty, but something tells me they will not rely on taboo methods, rather than to suddenly die outright. Father, I'm not sure about that. If something is really taboo, then they would rather die than use it. After all, there has to be a future for them to defend later. No. I think that right people would rather accept the destiny than go arrested. Besides, if only one option is left at a point, they might not judge you for it. He said upside. Just to be certain, though, you can add what they would think under the hypothetical scenario. I mean, here's the scenario. Everyone is delirious, and you saved someone using your technology. They would not remember it. Remember, everyone is on the
Hallucinogenic.
Yeah, thank you. I will use you to use that word. They are in that state, so they would not remember anything.
Remember when Pinky had Fluttershy sing the Evil Enchantress song because she couldn't speak at the time?
She's an evil enchantress,
She does evil dances.
and she puts you
Look
in
in her
trances.
eyes, she will put you in trances.
I have a better scenario. Why can I not find it? There you go.
We are such happy flowers.
I don't plan to ask them, Luca replied. He remarked for the wind asked her, why? Luca shakes her head slightly as she said, because at that point it doesn't matter to me what they will say. I would rather have all of you and them alive and mad at me other than that was satisfied. I took an oath to not harm any pony, and I meant it when I made it. She went. And sometimes that might mean being some scars on occasion. Yes. A special attention to modernity.
Yeah, that fits.
At the end of the day, I have to live with myself and the decisions I make. I'm not saying that there won't be any regrets, but I have to follow my rational mind and master moral decisions. In this case, I wasn't planning on joining the tribe anyway. We are about to leave after this, aren't we? Look at me, aren't we? I mean, it depends if they have cupcakes or not.
Or muffins.
Yeah. You can't regard Margaret as she has her. You're rich. Did you give any reports to Commander Wilson lately? I really up to be a cut at this time. Or a Canadian with his comfort. No, not yet. This way I'm not certain what to do in this call. After all, if he isn't really the kind of pony everybody thinks he is, then I just say I have my reasons for not feeling conflicted. Fair enough, but can I accept it alone? What's important here is deciding our next move. At the moment, Ordinary knew had one other agenda with the time before he too departed from them. I mean, we don't know about that. I wonder what she's going. I mean, she has to depart because she has a whole nation to save from plague.
Yeah, and Mrs. Zethalar would understand that too.
But she can just give the flower to the doctor and ask him to do the thing. As a hero. It's a possibility.
Well, Dr. Kelly too was also interested in medical advancement and curing patients.
Yeah. Also, time machine.
Mm-hmm.
He might be here for 10 years, for all we know.
It would be years she spends here, though, instead of at her normal present.
Yeah. And what's she going to ask him? Let me ask seriously. I shall so and the sign of her great king. I wanna find my Dr. coming in. It. We may never know. And I reply firmly. It's between her and the being, if they meet. Keep in mind though, the dying is a very experienced adventurer in her time, and she must have run into all kinds of various issues in her travels. Questions that need answering, and no advice for various problems. So, in other words, there could be many reasons why she would want to meet this being. Coming conclude. It's very sadly, as she said. It seems to me, though, she knows this one personally. Yes, she knows this one by name. But I forgot what name she said specifically.
What if that's exactly what he said? And I wrote it out specifically,
I had out of air, but that was the problem.
Okay.
With the asses, I have a little problem. I mean, that might be one, that might be the problem with how serious it is as well. But I'm very proud of that. If I were allowed to keep my nose active, I could have recorded the conversation precisely for moments like this. Dying, I want the time, we have found this kind of information useful the next time. Dr. Kelly, you can go back and watch my last episode when I had it. It's recorded.
Besides that, a conversation like that may occur telepathically. Can you record that too?
I mean, everything that's supposed to be written down is recorded. Let's get into this debate again, or let's discourage it. I mean, imagine them doing things like a D&D player would. Oh, so wait, what was the name? Magic Satana. Writing them down. I mean, most there do, and Fundament has all the writing exercise with them, right?
Something like that.
The kind looks at Morgan in surprise as she said, "So, well, it's kind of surprising to hear that advice coming from you, War Police. And you see, I've been a little more open-minded about the idea since the time we first started, or got informed. Plus, I'm grown tired of the debate. But the instead of saying, I still believe Alright then, so here's the situation we are currently facing. Participation in the ceremony before we depart. Yay or nay? And I find it.
You're clear on which version of spelling that nay is, right?
Yeah, it's nay. Ooh, I found the name.
Forgot the name of Naysay?
No. It was in my mind. That was something I was trying to search for.
You've actually searched for a lot of pictures during this reading.
I will not remember. I knew the name of the game before. I started typing it and I forgot.
Well, let's press on then.
I can find it because I know. Yeah, I found it. I remember. A. This game goes to mind. Tell me.
Oh,
It's an old game, this guy.
this guy.
I was like, this.
I still don't know why this game reminds you of Nay.
This is my.
Oh, right. The voting, right.
Yeah, nay. It was so annoying when I didn't remember the name. You were deciding something like that. You ought to consider your personal motives about this. So can I push forward? They do actually not have something serious to accomplish with this move. But what about the rest of you? We are about to leave soon, aren't we? Consequences and benefits of this action are going to endure for long. So keep that in mind. I mean, you could actually have not temperature tools made as well. Right? If you want this to endure for long.
Yeah, they do have a time machine too. Yeah.
I have already made my decision. And another thing, please abandon the rest of his companions. Which is the reject. Lose about this large brown friend, as he replied. I plan to do it for personal reasons. He looks up at the red crystal. He looks at the scary. But I believe it or not, but believe it or not, you are the primary linchpin of my decision. Because you decided to refrain from taking the drug, and also because you are a medical professional, and it's benefits of outweighing the risk in this case. Yeah, because now you are assured that you are gonna be safe.
Mm-hmm. Because of her, he has a safety net. In fact, they all do, and that's something else you might consider important.
Yeah. If you don't mind, can you hallucinate on your decision? So carry of to follow me. This is interested in psychology. What now? Don't be asking confusion. Yeah, I have no problem with hallucinate. I know that one. To clarify the reasons for a
Hold on.
decision.
You can believe that she'd have a problem with that,
Yeah.
though, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think this one alluded her. Okay, counter offer, that's short. Sorry, it is my mind that you are not likely to command that level of vocabulary. I mean, there are a lot of people who don't know very much. I mean, there is probably less than 1% of the whole English-speaking community that knows all of us.
I heard Shakespeare was way above the average for his time in his vocabulary.
Okay. Do you see the words now? There we go. But besides, I said, that's okay, I'm used to it. I think I can. But I'm bringing up. The part I'm comfortable telling you is that I find that they might have a new way to deepen my bond with nature. These boys have been living close to the century to it for centuries, and it has become something sacred to them. I can't help but be curious if this is the water reason why it is so. Pursuing the rite of passage, they all experience this. For lack of better words, spiritual transcendence as a result of ceremony, and then does interest me. I mean, yeah, they know the way.
Mm-hmm.
And phenomenon checks it out. before they say anything. I believe Son will not take no for her.
Okay.
Because security risk. Actually, it wouldn't surprise me if they told me ceremony like this. Also, she's hungry.
Right.
Like this is actually what's spawned that in the security mark awakening. I mean, even if she's not taking part of the ceremony, she can still take part in the feast afterward, right?
Yeah, probably true. And yeah, security was be a major issue with her, which they could be vulnerable during the moment they're drugged, or if they're attacked during the time.
But I can see nothing going through with this.
Okay.
If indeed this ceremony can have an impact that profound, then I don't wish to go on living the rest of my days forever, wondering what would have happened to me, if only I had the courage to participate. But I had no chance. Yeah, that is a terrible feeling, which I know very well.
Then it's good forethought and wise to realize that in advance before running across that.
Yeah,
But I
what?
think a lot of people who do that, it might be because they learned their lesson from something else in the past where they had an opportunity, they didn't take advantage of it quick enough, and they lived with that regret ever since.
Yeah, what would happen if I finish university? Oh, I would be millionaire. I have to escape before my youth me because the sky it would catch me. Yeah, looking back, it was a very serious thing. I took an almost leap of faith like that, and it eventually paid off. It paid off. If there's any chance that this ceremony could have the same impact then, I have to take it. But only because you are offering us a fair safe strategy. In order to carry, I mean it is not a fair safe. I have to correct you right now. It is not a fair save, but have a higher save chance. In this case, I will benefit as well. Something announces. That is
Read the next
surprising.
read the next paragraph.
I have been so surprised to hear that he actually knows about things and something than that. Really? You something? But why? I mean, I know the reason. It's not as surprising as just like a thing, because Halloween is participating in it. That is the reason. Look at your side. You honestly are the last party I would expect to be interested to do this. In this party. I agree. It says nothing. Something. You seem to yourself and taking it all the time. And I would never expect you to do something that might not militate yourself. You seem like you wouldn't want to leave anything to chance if you can help it. But then I wouldn't be here in the first place. It's never true. Right. You could have stayed in Ponyville. Just like I said, this is just a side quest.
Mm-hmm.
Or this was just a side quest. Let me count that. I'm not a coward, Duffy. I meant to take risks too. It feels like it's worth it. Why does it sound like a certain other uh, person would say it? I'm not a coward. Caroso.
Yeah, he would be offended if that anyone accused him of that.
Somebody here said you were covered. I think you were still confused why you consider this wasn't. So clarified. Also, yeah, when someone do the same, that I got joined because Kakao did the same. Or the other reason that I'm not gonna do it because Kakao did it. That's the reason. I replied. Meaning with you, not necessarily. I would never have considered it if there wasn't somebody here to watch our back in the moment of weakness. But, in this case, it turns out you are the perfect pony for the job, because you can tell the rest of us, assassin, if need be. This always makes me wonder, because in Hungarian grammar, the comma is before the mod. It always confused me.
It actually is usually in that way in English too. I actually think majority of English speakers consider that weird, but I feel like the pause is in the right place in the sentence.
Yeah,
Just
it
from the way
is.
she said it. Yeah.
I mean, in Hungarian, it's never after the mod.
Okay.
At least I don't know, at least that's not why it would be. Because of that, I am willing to progress forward with this particular race. What else? Other checks. You said there are multiple reasons. I welcome you to share them if you're comfortable with it. I mean, there is one other reason I can bring up right now. Let's bring up something that is not licensed. Sure. Good. Show me a picture that is not like Shutterstock or anything that you have to buy. Yeah, this was fine. There you go. This is the reason. This is the reason she's joining.
Let's have a party.
Another reason it shows support to my friend. Showing a lot of been soft and affectionate look in her eyes. Looking at her mouth, then would become a very important point to me. The end of way is different from the relationship you and I share. Yeah, it is very different. He has made me so tough and phenomenal. I would not go into detail about that in public, but I will after I ingested the hallucinogenic mushroom. Because it opens up your true feelings, probably. But when it comes between me and not Darren, there's a bunch of things I see. A sister, a mentor, a friend, a kindred spirit, a girlfriend maybe, a third party in our little group. She didn't say that. Somebody that I share a deep and unspoken level of understanding for some reason. Maybe a daughter. To be clear, I don't perfectly certain why that is true, but I don't have to overthink the scenario either. Sometimes I just go with my gut, and in this case, it feels right.
There is a chance that Darren's related to them. She's a century ahead of Feather and Stern's time.
Yeah?
And Stern is a Pegasus, too.
I mean, she is kind of an inspiration or a muse for the Parliament.
Yeah.
The other reason is I regard it is polite to respond here. They are trying to let us into the time and welcome us another member of it. Something feels not right to me, needed open and rejected. Wait, if you are rejecting it, you are not thinking of her. That is literally the objection, Your Honor. That doesn't make sense. To me, it feels like ingratitude. It's in their face when they made a deep and symbolic offer. It comes from a place of trust. In my eyes, they only made the race by inviting us in. And I don't want to seem like the kind of pony that would be unwilling to push myself that far. But we are about to leave, as I remind. Why is it important to you what a lingering impression of you is? I mean, you might never know. If you make an army of them, then maybe later on far away in the future, you might meet the ancestors who will do something terrible because of that. The butterfly effect is very dangerous.
Far-fetched, but possible.
Because no matter what they think of me, I have to live with myself, my own decisions. So I decided I should be in the room on the broad chest for a second. More than them, I wanted to prove to myself that I'm willing to go this far for a friend. Even once, I just ran. You are literally over complicating things. Charming. All you have to say, you know what? I don't have to prove anything. I do it because I want to. Right? Loyalty is very important to me.
It can be easier to want things when you have reasons for it.
Yeah? And I need to let her solid foundation to feel firm under my home. It used to be my blessing when I know something is right in my heart. I mean, oh yeah, you will be with blessing later on. My father went. I need to know that integrity is solid for me. To remain confident in myself and all of my decisions. So that is why. That is why. You can float out to your lollipop in front of her, around it carefully. The floating back in your mouth. As she nodded in respect to the sound ring, I said, "Fair enough."
So, Dr. Kelly is firmly out. Featherwind is in, Sternwing is in, and we have yet to get to Ron to Derby. But you already made a prediction. Now we have to just check with Dr. Cabbage, see what he thinks. And what do you think about Bamboo? Would he accept or not? If offered.
Mumbo? He probably already is part of the time.
Because he must know the way then.
Yeah? I mean, remember the intro scene.
Something hilarious just occurred to me. You know what part of the way is? To ask others if they know the way.
Yeah? That's a kind of right here.
I don't know who that is. But that is a pretty stern face.
I mean, this is the reason. That is not a singer.
Aha, okay.
Now you know the reason.
Okay.
I think I want to participate too then. There are people saying, if the rest of you didn't, then I'm sure I wouldn't. But since you are, it means I'm more support to me, and I want to be equally willing to share it back. Plus, it just sounds fun. There you go. That sounded so badly that she closed her eyes for a second. Now I'm assuming that the kid will show up as well.
With her in the play, yeah, it could happen.
I mean, even without her.
It was even mentioned just a little bit earlier at wherever the Quatsi Coral is, the Kirin are often somewhere around.
I do feel like that this is not just made so that you are part of the tribe. This is literally an achievement that unlocks meeting the gods and multiple stars. You have to take the thing, or you won't even see him.
You know, I'm convinced that Derpy for Derpy, if it sounds fun, it's reason enough.
I mean,
plus, you'd believe that she would want to support her friends too, right?
Definitely not the only one who thinks that if it sounds fun, it is enough. That is trouble at this court. Let's jump into what I am, as she goes on to say. But I think something like this happened to me while that's with the kid. I was in love, I felt like something was awakened inside me. Or it kind of felt that no one since then. It kept me wondering at times. I feel like they gave me a gift. I don't know what it is yet. So the ceremony might have to find it for me.
It's like receiving a present but not sure how to open it.
And this is the problem. This is how the addiction thought that I miss that feeling. And not just drug, but every addiction.
That's likely a feeling a lot of humans on Earth can sympathize with.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a gamer, I also drink coffee. I can live without most. But remember the stupid thing when it's like, would you give up PC gaming for a year if you got this amount of money? Luckily for me, that's my idea. Easily. It just depends on how much you give me. But there are people who can't give up whatever they have. I suspect it would. And I said nothing. Furthermore, I think you're right, and that's when the king can't be awakened to awaken something inside you. Or at least a better scene or possession of sorts. This ceremony might give you the chance to put it into mother's perspective. It seems to me that you don't have much to raise in this case. Fun is enough for you anyway. I want you with that. He's smiling that. And I love seeing you happy up here. If it has any chance, let's go it. Then I say it's Martin. Thank you. The replied cheerfully, but also a little bashfully. As for what comes next, others have been some seriousness, let's look back at the sharply. We should decide something like that after there is noise in the party. She's our appointed leader, after all. And even if she wasn't, she's our friend and fellow member of our party. Also, she's the leader, remember? I think she should be included in whatever decision that will also affect her life. Huh?
This whole subject is talking about what happens after the ceremony.
That's only fair. Okay, the guy got the main I pointed it out. What's for the rest of you? Keep this in mind. We are probably not staying here, so we need to factor that in. Our only shield. With regard to the ceremony. Whether the talisman or not, we are still living. We still have things to do, and for to see. Kelly, let me remind you. You will need to wait for the doctor. Unless you see the TARDIS. And possibly comfort. Something as Kelly, but also suddenly.
I think you're near the end of the chapter.
Yeah.
So.
I am.
Oh, yeah, you are. Alright, that's it for today. We'll just start this 5 minutes of reading next time.
I mean, that happened with each time when we were playing. Stopped right before to be continued. And next time we turned, there were like 2 sentences.
Sure, if it's a storm, it's not your fault. That is quite a taunt.
Indeed, the guy said back to the start, then out into the war party. Well then, if that is your decision, you should always listen to others all the time. A person will need to be made before tonight's ceremony. Which includes fasting. Oh! So we recently discussed, but then cheered up one later. Although we may have a feast tonight. I mean, it is just one day. Not even one full day of fasting.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, I have to tell you, I usually only eat once or twice a day, to begin with.
Her reaction is just about, it's kind of a painful prospect to start a fasting, or at least from her perspective, when she was already hungry right now.
Yeah, and she is already a bigger pony than everyone else.
Oh yeah. That and still growing too. Growth spurts do matter. I do recall eating more when I was a teenager.
I mean, that would be one scenario where she would say easily no to everything right here. If she had another pony going inside, then
that's another factor.
The fasting would be not an option. Also, the sacrifice either. But then we will have a feast tonight. Looking forward to that. I am as hungry as a horse. How do I tell you this? You are a horse.
And you know what? I've never seen a human say, I'm as hungry as a human.
No, they say I am as hungry as a wolf.
Hungry like the wolf.
But I have heard people saying I'm as hungry as a sumo wrestler. Hearing that phenomenon gets his head, and probably wonders what the etymology of the particular idea means. Earlier, what you said, what would you gonna say? And it's in the end. Wait. There's something missing.
What?
Margaret. You didn't say if you are joining or not.
Alright.
Margaret never answered. And she is there as well. We know she is there because they asked her if she said anything to reaction yet.
Yeah, good catch. Alright, beyond that, what'd you think of the chapter? Which you probably will agree it's very aptly named.
Yeah, they are taking details of if they are going to have a ceremony and a lot of feast, which I am hungry now, thanks to that.
And why they might agree to it. Also, would you agree that the last chapter, Cloudbag Talk, would be weird to attach to this chapter?
Yeah, it is a very different scene.
Right. The beginning part kind of opens with them where they wake up in the morning and then they go to the village and they start getting a whole bunch of foals around them because they want to touch them as cloak.
I can see it being attached better. It's better than it's not.
But as soon as they got in the tent and they started discussing all this, it's just completely shift focus away from Cloudbag Talk. So yeah, that's why I decided to keep that chapter separate, despite how short it is.
I mean, I always prefer more shorter chapters than less big text heavy chapters.
Noted. Yeah, I agree. Well, I agree that
Not just for reading out loud, but in every sense.
Okay.
It's easier to have a stopping point, because even if you are just reading on your own, you still want to find a point to stop, and you don't stop mid-sentence and then put a look down.
Looks like this chapter had a few surprises for you, but for the most part, it fell within your expectations.
Yeah. I mean, starting thinking of the quality of her, a little bit surprising, but not that much.
And yet, you called it with Derpy.
And if Dr. Kennedy would have said that, yeah, I'm thinking positive, that would be surprising.
Huh.
I would say no.
Jeez, as a writer, I would agree with that. Like, what the hell? Dr. Kelly, what are you doing? I probably was saying that as I'm writing it. Like,
I wanna feel limited.
I'm feeling spontaneous today. It's giving me scientific curiosity in the psychology of myself.
I mean, in a sense, she would be a little bit different.
I wonder how many psychologists do that. Psychoanalyze themselves. It might even be frequent, I'm not sure.
What was his name?
That's his name. What is his name?
I mean, I can just write the name of the fruit that he ate. Then this will be.
I don't remember his name, but I did see that episodes, and yeah, it's enough to recognize him. By the way, the logo for the music you're playing right now reminds me of Mumbo Jumbo's head.
Let me go into the notepad.
Mm-hmm.
Caesar. Caesar is his name. Caesar Clown. But I can actually bring up for people who don't know, this building is from Professor Layton. And he looks very much different than Mumbo Jumbo. And there he is.
Huh. Okay.
He's the word in important.
It's got a red stripe.
Yeah.
And was that a little note in his hat too?
No, there is no hat. No note in the hat.
Okay.
But he is a professor, And he has a sidekick, as you can see.
Interesting art style there.
They are very fun games. Sometimes a little bit too rough, sometimes a little bit too easy, but I can only say that everyone who likes puzzles play it. There are multiple of them.
Yeah. I look forward to your next reading of the next chapter, but that's probably like within 5 days, right?
Yes,
Okay.
I think yes.
Almost a week. I'd like you to post a link to your chat just to make sure I get this right for the date.
Yeah, I will do it after the thing. But yeah, thank you everyone for being here. And see you next time. Let me go up first. Here first.
So it looks like it might be June 30th to me.
So it's gonna be in the tunnel. Fun. Fun.
Yeah, I think that's a nice chapter.
But yeah, we are leaving. Thank you again for watching. And see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Do you know the way?